All right, guys, what is going on? What's good? What's good? Hope you guys had a blessed weekend. Move this mic a little bit closer. You get into gamer mode and move your shit around. What's good, everyone? Playing Counter-Strike. The last few days, I haven't had fresh air in a while. All right, so I'm about to get some outside time after the stream is over. Need to go see what the sun looks like before, I don't know, turn into a vampire. Know what I'm saying? But what's good, Willow, George, Lee Bright, Edgar, Naruto, Stephanie, Nina 2020, Sean, and Vadu here today. 26 people, 8 likes. What's going on? Sean thought I was topless. Sean, what is going on right now? Not the shirt, man. Shirt. It's a peach one. It's the only peach shirt that I have. So, but I could probably see how you came to that conclusion. But anyway, I lost my train of thought now, Sean. You ruined it. I don't know what I was talking about. I don't even know anymore. Indices, I guess, it's probably what I was looking at. There we go. Let me see. So Dow, I think, is the only one that made a new high right at the start of lunch. And it's the only one that hasn't made a lower low, I think, from the morning. Because I think Nasdaq and S&P are both slightly lower here. And the Dow has not done that. So to be honest, I don't know. I think today's very mixed. I have no idea what's going to happen. Okay? Literally, I don't know. But we're going to figure it out. We're going to try and navigate today. Finally went to drop. Okay, YM, see you. Money and Monday. What's good, G Money? Lee Bright took a small loss. Well, I had S&P in here, and it wasn't anything spectacular, but I don't know. I don't even think it's worth talking about, to be fair. Very mixed today. So I think the highs are mixed, the lows are mixed, and I don't want to work in a condition like that. You know what I mean? I just don't. YM, aka Dow Jones, we didn't take Friday's high. We took some lows and a short-term high, and now we're near the current low of the day. So if I had to say, I would be bearish here. Like, if you forced me to do something, I'd be bearish here. But, you know, is that enough to put money on the table? No. It is not. In my opinion, I don't think it is. I just don't think so. So we'll see. We'll see if we get that new low. Seems probable to me. Plus this imbalance here, I don't think is worth the risk, even though it is inside of this down candle here. And it's just risk reward there to me is not worth it either. But, you know, if you're still going to watch it, then I'm looking for lower. But we'll give it a few minutes and then we'll find out. As far as announcements goes, I don't really have anything outside of the most recent video I put out. What was it? Something about finesse. Final hour finesse, which was pretty cool. that was just a simple breakdown of Friday's final hour. And that video right now is doing better than almost any other video I put out this year in terms of views, in terms of watch time, because that matters. Average view, like duration, that really matters. And that one had over, initially about 6 minutes, over 6 minutes. So on a 15-minute video, an average duration of over 6 minutes, that was pretty good. So it's doing well. Let's hope that continues. I think when I looked right before, I think it got close to 500 views in total. But we'll know more later. So that'll be great, because I think I found a much better system for content creation. But I'm not going to tell you what that is, because that's going to be its own video too. So just know I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, okay? If you ever get into content creation, guys, you're going to know. You're going to know. For a 15-minute video, honestly, that took about 3 hours altogether to do that. In case you ever get into content creation, you're going to understand. Recording is the easiest part, recording. It's the editing that takes forever, and then it's the captions that, you know, you got to do, and then you got to make sure you get a thumbnail, title, description, keywords, all that shit. Now, I do that all myself because I'm cheap and I don't want to outsource anything, Willow. But it only gets worth it past a certain point. It only becomes worth it after a certain point. I don't think I've met that threshold yet. So, because there are videos out, I mean, there are editors out there that it's going to be $200, $300, $400 for like a 10-minute video. And I don't get the views for that. I don't get a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? I'll be lucky to make $20 off that video I put out yesterday. Like, I'll be lucky if that video gets $20. You know what I mean? So the math ain't mathin'. Drop $200, $300, $500 on a video, make like $30 back. Come on, bro. The math ain't mathin'. So we'll probably see this low get its face ripped off here momentarily. You only don't trade today because of the risk to reward on the setup? No, Lucas, what I was trying to say is like this right here. This, I think, was a good setup to go short, but the risk reward is not, it was not worth it to me. Because you're going to have to do one of two things. Number one is go with a tight stop. And then 1 to 3 is like down here. So, I mean, you could. But if this just taps this liquidity and then trades higher, you're not going to get that full 1 to 3. So to me, because we're so mixed and it's just Monday, plus we have some highs up here. Like, look how close that high, this morning's high, got to Friday's high, and we didn't tap that. So to me, I thought that's where we could head today. So part of me's slightly reluctant to short too, you know? So it's just discretion, bro. It's just discretionary. Do you want to take it? Do you not want to take it? Is it worth the risk? Is it not? There's your low. Done. Done, done, done. Let me see. 30-second videos can take 2 hours. Yeah, I know what it means. Yeah, Libra. You're welcome, Edgar. I thank you for that. It's always nice to be recognized for what you do. I've had a few business opportunities this year. you know, be an educator or whatever. So nothing has gone through yet. There's some things that are in the works, but nothing has gone through yet. But I guess it turns out when you tweet the market minute by minute, people notice. So just know people are watching. Okay? People are watching. I'm not the only one that can do that, just so you know. And I don't always do that. But it is fun, though. When I'm like, oh, okay, order flow is this. All right. Bam, 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 bam. Tweet, 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 tweet. So, anyways. Aussie was clean today. I'm still holding a small short from a 15 mitigation. I have not even looked at currencies today. I may have looked at it in the morning, like briefly, but I've been watching the indices this whole time. What's good, Alex? What's good, Kevin? But yeah, so because yesterday's video has done really well, I think I have a more solidified formula for videos. And so I'll put out a few more. Give me like a few weeks, maybe even to the end of the year, because I need to make sure that a few more videos do well before I put out that formula for you guys. Because I will do that. But I need to make sure it works first. You can't just have like one banger video and be like, all right, you know, here's the formula. It's like traders who take one good trade and then it's like, oh, I should start a fucking YouTube channel. I should write a course. It's like, bro, calm down. You took one good trade, you know, like calm down. So I need a few more videos that do well. Then I'll give you the formula. Then I'll give it to you. Because I know Libright has a YouTube channel. I think in another language. I don't remember which language it was. Was it Creole? Or is that not a language? I don't want to sound like an idiot. Haitian Creole. Okay. Well, that makes... I guess I was half right then. I guess. You know what, Lucas? You might have been right. I don't think it's tagged the 1 to 3 just yet. Oh, no, it did. That's the 1 to 3 right there. Man, I guess we should have shorted, huh? Well, you win some, you lose some, and then you miss some. What's the difference between a mitigation candle and an imbalance? My friend, that is apples and oranges. They are two entirely different things. Now, when they overlap, that's when you get juice, right? Because as I've pointed out, you didn't see me mark up an imbalance up here. You didn't see me mark this gap up here or any of this up here. That's the only imbalance you saw me mark up. And we anticipated lower pricing. We've been getting lower pricing, right? Why is that? Well, my friends, the secret, okay, is no secret at all. I pointed out this down count over here. Okay? But John, you've got this other bullshit marked up. What is that? Well, the one I pointed out to you again was this. Okay? So, because I mentioned earlier, Dow was the only one who ran stops here. So this down candle potentially becomes a mitigation. That imbalance is in the lower end of this mitigation. Oh. Haha. Confluence. But you're not going to see that on my chart. Now, I don't usually do this either. But what is this over here? To be honest, I don't remember. I marked this up for a reason. And I'm having trouble figuring out why. Or maybe it was just because of that. and I didn't draw it correctly. All right, in either case, okay, watch this. Imbalance within a mitigation. Now I've shown you inverse imbalances before, right? Well, this right here was a short term, right here, mitigation go higher. Then it traded through that. So this ends up being an inverse mitigation. Oh. Whoa, that's fucking cool. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You're getting all the secrets, bro. You're getting all the secrets. Man, I wish my imbalances worked the way other people's imbalances worked. Man, John seems to get the cool imbalances and my imbalances get fucking ran through. Yeah. Confluence. Confluence. Time price context, baby. Time price context. I'm just not going to mark up everything and have a rainbow of a chart. You know what I mean? It's distracting. I know this is here. I know it's there. But the imbalance is what's important to me because the body's there respecting it. Okay? Now, all this other shit, that's just right there. That just happens to be there too. They all just happen to align. And then I think, yeah, there's a gap right there as well. I was going to point that out and I decided not to. There's a gap right there. And that gap was inside this mitigation. Although it was traded through right there. That's kind of trash, but then it respects that. So that gap, that old gap here ends up being inside of the imbalance, which ends up being inside of the mitigation. Oh, that's cool. I get it, John. I get it. Now I understand. My imbalances suck, but now I understand how to filter out and how to use better ones. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oof. November and we're still getting spooky here on the indices, man. Yikes. So they've all made lower lows. Dow was just the last one to do it. So now the question becomes, are we still going to trade up here or not? To be honest, I really don't know. I really don't know. If it was up to me, I'd take today off. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. But John, I need to trade. I need to trade. It's been, you know, it's been the weekend. I'm ready to get back to it. I need to do something. You don't. You don't need to do something, but don't let me stop you. There's some gaps in there from Friday's morning session. We traded into that just now. We've already had like a short-term stop run here. Current 15-minute candle is interesting. So I'm wondering if this is our low of the day. I'm wondering. But Lucas, you're gonna have to watch the concept videos, like the mitigation model, and I've probably done a video on imbalances somewhere at some point or another. If you guys know, please help me out. There's almost 400 videos just from this year, including shorts, market reviews, regular videos, live streams. Like there's so much content. It's got to be somewhere. I just don't know where. So if you guys know, please let the chat know. So Lucas knows where it's at. Dow consolidated went up first before going lower. And yeah, Edgar, we can We can go down some of these rabbit holes, man. But this is a lot of stuff that you won't be shown. Well, think about it. Think about this, okay? From a business perspective, throw ethics out the window, okay? Throw all ethics out the window. Business perspective. I could come on here and show you imbalances that work. And then you would go into your charts and you would start trying to find imbalances, and some of them would work, but some of them wouldn't. And you would not understand why they wouldn't work unless I told you the confluence, the timing, the context, and all that. And there would be a disconnect. And you would feel lost. You'd be like, well, fuck, man. Why does John's imbalances work and then mine don't? And if I never told you, you would probably never figure it out. I mean, I didn't till I was told, man. That's just the truth. You got to study. You got to be told something and then, study it and find its validity. I'm wondering if I'm not saying it is, but I'm just wondering if this is a shift in price delivery. I'm just watching this down candle. Please don't trade it. I'm just watching. I want to see if this is a shift in price delivery. I think it's hard to tell because this up candle looks like nonsense to me. Oh, and God knows we don't. 1 minute Dow is horrendous. But anyway, you wouldn't know unless you were told. And I could keep that a secret. I could hold back and keep things a secret to keep. Well, let's say I had an expensive mentorship. 100 and something per month. No specific number. I would be able to hold retention by constantly displaying that skill set and not telling you how to do it. Does that make sense? So from a business perspective, I would keep people, paying every month and I don't know, do like some motivation bullshit. You gotta want it. You gotta remember your why. You gotta retire your mom and all this other shit, right? And then I would keep you here. Because I don't have to mention those things. I can just be like, yeah, watch this imbalance. Or I could be like, watch this down candle. And then you would see it start reacting and you'd go, oh, what the fuck? How does this magic down candle start reacting to price? And you would just be lost in the sauce. Like you wouldn't understand it. But I'm giving you these things. I'm giving you the tools. Mainly because I know what it's like to be in the dark. And the shit's not fun. Oh, Nasdaq looks horrible. It looks horrible. But yeah. So, I'm giving you these things, which a lot of people don't do. Or they wait a really, really long time to do that. Not here. Not here, buddy boy. Not here. Inverse imbalances plus mitigation model. Yeah, that'll work too. Some days I ain't see anything tradable on the chart. Then I hop on here and John is having to clean his setups on his screen. It's not always, Edgar, dude. I get it wrong sometimes. Like I'm telling you, this might be a shift in price delivery. It doesn't look the cleanest. And that's why I'm telling you not to trade it, because I don't know. This is not a high probability target. This up here is, but I don't know. I'm just watching it. So we'll watch it, but I'm not trading this right now. That's why I told you not to. an indicator for imbalance. I told him not every imbalance is important to me. He took it personal. Well, you got to let them do what they're going to do, Lee, right? Every imbalance isn't important. But people are going to take things how they take them. You don't think people try to show me indicators all the time? I mean, you know, people will show me something like, oh, look at this EMA. And I'm like, yeah, but that entry is so late. You're in here. I'm in down here. You're exiting here. I'm exiting at the top. You know? So, not to be an asshole, but it's just like, you know, you can't listen to everybody, bro. Because there's all types of smart money indicators on TradingView. I know Lux Algos put out a bunch of shit too. But well, you saw what I did Friday. No indicator required. I'm wicking entries on a 1 minute time frame. You've seen me wick entry any fucking time frame, any of them, except like the 3 minute, because I think that time frame's fucking. I don't do it, but there hasn't been one time frame that you haven't seen me absolutely rip its face off. It's because it's price delivery, bro, and you're not going to get that from indicators unless there was an indicator specifically designed for order flow, which I don't even know how you would code, because there's a way to do it. Price is booked by an algorithm, so there would be a way to find certain measurements to get in sync with that. But I have no idea how you would do it. I don't know. Because there would have to be outlines of liquidity, there would have to be outlines of relative strength, in my opinion, and there would have to be parameters for imbalances and even like inverse imbalances and mitigations. And to put all that into one, I don't see how it could be done. Me personally, I can't do it. I can't write for shit. I can't write code. The indicator that I have, the John Phibbs London and New York Open, that was written by someone else. I just had them made it, or had them make it for like $30. So educators talking more about your problems than the market. I see them a lot out there. Well, that's because they can't talk about anything else. They don't know how to call price beforehand. They don't know how to, I don't know, do other shit. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, Stasco, we'll go over the dark settings. I have them on my other tab. Why do you like indices the most instead of currencies or other assets? Well, Lucas, on Friday, or whatever day that was, I was tweeting USD Swiss franc, or USD CHF, which is Swiss franc. And then we've been looking for bullish gold. We've been getting that too. So every asset I've done something with this year. Well, every class except for crypto, I would get my face ripped off if I called anything on the crypto side. So I don't. I'm ass with crypto. I don't know why. It's just, that's how it is. I just avoid it. And that's that. But it's all the same. But indices to me are just, it's where I started trading originally in penny stocks in 2014. So the stock market, that was like my home. That was my beginning, was the stock market, essentially. So indices are a measure of certain stocks in the stock market. So it's kind of like my, it's where I started. Yeah, even bank stocks, Edgar. called out the fucking low of the year for JP Morgan. I kind of want to do it for Tesla right now, but I'm not trying to do too much here. Before we were on YouTube early this year, it was the week of earnings down there. I said watch earnings for JP Morgan, and then it was 133. I got in at 133 on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. If you like Star Wars, okay? Got in on that. Got out on the way up multiple times, and then I still have a small piece on for JP Morgan. But yeah, and all that was a discount imbalance on a monthly and weekly time frame. Same shit. Just instead of like a 1, 5, or 15 minute, it was a monthly or weekly. It's all the same. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. But that's just me. I prefer indices because you could make accounts do backflips with indices, with index futures and options too. Look what we did Friday. I showed you that video, $40 contracts selling for $800, not even a week later, maybe like a week and a day later. Forex ain't going to give you that. Hell, futures probably ain't going to give you that either. You need a lot more margin in futures. But we were bullish on Dow. We had those equal highs pointed out. Contracts went to shit. They went to $40 and then went to 800. So you're not going to get that anywhere else. You're just not. So whether it's index futures or the ETF, like like ETF options, like index options, you're just not going to get risk reward like that anywhere else. And yes, Levi, you're correct. So anyway, I'll no longer keep you guys in suspense for the dark settings. It was one of the students actually that they posted a chart, and I commented that same day. I said, "Wow, the chart settings are really cool." I just don't know who it was. I think it was Leon. Because it might be more than one of you. I'm pretty sure it was Leon. I think Trillionaire has some dark settings as well. Yeah. It was Leon in the Discord. And I said, you know what? I like the dark one. I don't know what those settings are specifically, but if you want the ones that I have here, this is what it looks like. The body is the second white. So it's the white above the orange. And the opacity is 100%. Okay, so the white above the orange. The body is the gray above the blue at 100%. The border is also the gray above the blue. That's for both of them. And then the wick is the first white at 100%. So that's it. So, all right, so I'll go over this one more time just in case you were not paying attention. The body is the white above the orange for up close candles. The down close candles is the gray above the blue. Both borders are the gray above the blue. And then both wicks are the first white, 100%. As far as the background, I don't even know. Where is the background on here? How do you find that out? It's the gray above the purple. I lied. The second purple. Violet, I guess. Oh fuck, I don't know. Any ladies in here? Y'all know. with the, y'all got like 100 different names for purple. You got like purple, violet, sunset or some shit. So, you know, cool breeze or whatever. I don't know, but it's that one. Okay, so it's that gray right before the black. And the text is the white above the yellow. Okay. So yeah, I like the dark settings because it really is just, it doesn't shine bright like a diamond, as Rihanna would say. It doesn't, you know, it's not like in your face, just like cooking your eyes. That's why I got my gaming glasses on today, or anti-blue light glasses on today. I went all day yesterday without them, and that was a mistake. I'm sitting there gaming. I'm playing Counter-Strike. I'm ripping people's faces off. And yeah, my eyes, bro. We're done. So easy on the eyes, man. I'm 30 years old, bro. So you gotta protect yourself before you wreck yourself. Hey, Dustin's on the stream. What's good, man? What's good? It's been a minute, broski. It's been a minute. So they're all giving a reaction here, but the Dow doesn't. I don't know. It's not giving like a reaction I would want. I'm not liking it. So if I was long here, I'd be worried. I'd be impatient, like I was with Swiss franc last week. But yeah, Libright, sometimes it'll do that. So you'll be watching, you know, whatever correlated assets, and then they do this, where one of them doesn't run the highs, one or two of them does, then they all run lows, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. Well, in those situations, bro, you don't do anything. You just don't trade. You know what I mean? You want to wait for high probability setups. You don't want to force something. Like me longing this right here, I feel like I'd be forcing something. If we didn't leave this like that, I would have much rather enjoyed it. If we had highs on the S&P that were equal or something to that effect, that would be much better. But we don't have that. And neither does the Nasdaq. We just have this series of lower highs. So I'm looking at this and I don't know, man. It's like when you go fishing and you go to your fishing spot, but yet something just feels off. You're casting, you're not getting any bites, or maybe you get a couple, but then they just take your bait and leave. You don't catch any fish. You're just like, all right, bro. I don't know if it's a good day. Should probably just go home. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because we shouldn't be spending this amount of time here. You see how we hit this imbalance and then traded lower immediately? That's a good response. If you get a shift in price delivery, it shouldn't spend this much time here. Stephanie said lavender, lilac, magenta. Yeah, see, that's my point. That's my point. It's, to me, and probably to most guys, not that I want to be sexist or anything, but it's just like, bro, it's purple. It's just a different shade of purple. Light purple, dark purple, royal purple. It's all purple. So that's that. There's a small imbalance here on the S&P. Again, if we justify longs, what's the target here? What is the target? Like I'm saying, there's an imbalance right here. And if you want to long that, I'm not saying to do that because I'm trying to make a point. What is the upside? What's the upside? The S&P also has this gap from Thursday and Friday. So you got this lingering gap down here too. So that is somewhat concerning as well. So if there's not something on the higher time frame, Nasdaq was higher. What are we longing? You know what I mean? And that to me just doesn't make sense. So like I said, we've spent a lot of time here. We have probably some downside objectives for the ETFs. There's no upside that I care for. We could still trade higher. And I could be wrong, but to me, I just don't like it. So anyways, that's pretty much all I got, man. Right, Edgar. That's a good point. Matter of fact, I'm going to pin that. I agree. No target, no trade. No target, no trade. I mean, this technically would be a discount imbalance, but the vibes are off. You know what I mean? You ever met somebody and you were just like, bro, the vibes are off? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know. You know. That's how I feel right now. If we were trying to log this, I would not feel good. I would feel terrible. So Nasdaq has that same one. So I tell you what, this is what we'll do. Because in all honesty, I need to go outside. I did not do anything yesterday. I did not go outside yesterday. Here's what we'll do. You can screenshot the 5-minute time frame if you want. You can screenshot it here. And then, but put in those notes. Like, take the text tool and put up here. I don't know what the upside target is. ETFs have gaps on the downside. Bad vibes. And then come back in 2 hours, like at the close of the stock exchange, and then follow up. So what I'm telling you is, if this goes up, whatever. If this goes down, whatever. I'm not trading this environment. The S&P just traded through that, by the way. So you could screenshot this if you want to, but I'm not digging it. So then, whatever happens in the afternoon, you can follow up with that. We're either going to be right or wrong. In however you feel. If you think it's bullish, then right, hey, I think it's bullish. If you think it's bearish, Write down you think it's bearish. And that's going to be a learning experience for you. In the morning, Nasdaq was the strongest index. But we took Friday's high up here. See that? So we took that high up here. We distributed lower, and then we ended up taking everything here. So Sunday's low, all of them, even London lows here. So we took all of that. And now, where we are right now is simply the lower end of today's range. So again, screenshot this if you want. I'm not touching this. Okay? So with that being said, hopefully you guys learned something. Today I introduced the inverse mitigation, which, I mean, I don't think it's the most special thing in the world. I don't think it's life-changing per se, but the whole point is confluence. Confluence, right? Just like I explained in my video, this is the formula. The formula that's been staring at you in the face this whole time. Time, price, context. When you have those, you'll have banger setups. You'll have banger trades. Okay? Without them, it's lower probability. Okay? So go make today productive. Who was it? Libra earlier that posted the book of the month, which is Lives of the Stoics by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. So hopefully you've checked that out. The last chapter is really good. It's on Marcus Aurelius. It's the longest chapter too. So y'all be good, man. I will see you same time tomorrow on Tuesday for our next live session. And then I guess we'll probably do a follow-up with whatever happens today as well. Because I'm just getting bad vibes, that's all. And it's cloudy today, Willow, but I am going to try and see if I can catch some sun. I did go walking yesterday. The sun was not out yesterday either. So, but yeah, I'm going to go touch some grass. All right. Y'all be good. I'll see you tomorrow.